I believe that we could close the gap between access to justice and equal access to justice in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania if every single attorney who is registered with the AOPC would accept one case of a neighborhood legal service referral once every year. When I was first contacted by Neighborhood Legal Services, I didn't know any more than anybody else would exactly what they did and what they wanted. But when they made it clear that one of the areas in which they had a great deal of interest was an area in which I have a great deal of interest, which is custody, because there are children involved and the children don't have lawyers. You can have as complicated and ugly a case in a custody case involving people driving BMWs as you can with people who have one truck between them. The way our system is constructed, a person is not going to get the same consideration if they attempt to represent themselves. It's not anybody's fault. It is most certainly not the judge's fault. It's just the way that the system works. And if we are going to have the kind of society which our founding fathers envisioned for us, and our Constitution guarantees us, then every single one of those people have to have somebody to do it for them. Neighborhood Legal Services is there as a direct conduit for those of us who believe in doing pro bono or reduced fee, in directing us towards the people who need it, or the people who need it towards us. When I came into the practice of law, there was the attitude, with some, that Neighborhood Legal Services was a competitor. Neighborhood Legal Services has never been and will never be in competition with private attorneys. Neighborhood Legal Services can't afford to provide the kind of in-depth concentration, nor can they, or should they, attempt to provide services in all areas of the law. That's not their reason for being. All members of our society here in the United States have legal issues at some time in their life, and that it doesn't matter who you are. The issues are as important to them no matter who they are, and that they are all entitled to be properly and appropriately represented in our court of law. Otherwise, we just won't have our rule of law.